Yeah, this is a speech for our public speaking class, Professor Lewis. This would right here be the informative speech. Before I begin, I want to introduce you to my audience. I have 4 people here today. The first being Olga Grayson. Olga, come up here, say hi real quick. Hi.
Hello.
Shantae, here please. This is Shantae. Alright, and next is Hassan. Hassan. And my man right here, Hassan. And this is Faye. Say hi, Faye.
Hello.
Alright, Professor Lewis, I'm just going to go over them. Basically, this is the informative speech, and I'm just going to tell them how to make Baked Ziti. That's the name of my speech, how to make Baked Ziti. So, to begin, I just want to tell you that I enjoy making Baked Ziti. It's fun for me. I do it for my family. I do it for co-workers. I do it for various occasions. And a lot of times I have to consider who I'm making it for. You know, when I'm taking a look at the ingredients that I have to get. So usually when I start, anytime I make Baked Ziti, I start first of all by considering who I'm making it for. Whether I'm making it for my family, whether I'm making it for my co-workers. Particular occasion, not everybody eats every kind of meat. Not everybody eats any kind of vegetable. Sometimes I make it with meat, sometimes I make it without. But usually when I go to the store, you know, I get my green peppers and my red peppers and my various, I use hamburger meat, turkey meat, sausages, you know, a lot of times I cut them up and put them in a frying pan and get them ready. And as I'm making it, I begin to just feel the aroma of that smoke coming in. So anyway, so I got it in the frying pan and I'm making the meat, and I begin to slice up my vegetables that are going in, and then I take my vegetables and I put them in and I mix them with the meat and just let them simmer together. So at the same time while I'm waiting for that, you know, I get my noodles in the pot, and I'm very careful about my noodles because, you know, the first couple times I made them, I overcooked the noodles, and then if you know anything about Baked Ziti, or if you don't, because that's what I'm here for anyway, but if you cook them too long, when you put them in the oven, they melt down, so to speak. They're not strong. So I've learned not to over make them in the pot. So I pay very close attention to how I'm cooking them. And so then, you know, when I got that together, I usually take the meat and I put it in with the sauce, and I let that simmer. Now, once I do that, I got my cheeses down. I use various kinds of cheeses depending again on who I'm making it for. Sometimes, again, people like a lot of cheese. Sometimes people don't like a lot of cheese. I like particularly sharp cheddar and mozzarella. Those are my 2 favorite blends. Sometimes I use not so sharp cheddar, because sometimes when I'm dealing with older people, I try to lessen the sharpness of the cheese, so it just goes down better. Some people like sharp cheese better because it's saltier and it's stronger. And they like to see when they pull that Baked Ziti out, they like to see that cheese just come out. So anyway, once I do that, you know, I make it and I layer it, and I put my sauce on first, then I put noodles, then I put my sharp cheddar and my mozzarella, then I put another layer of sauce. Then I put mozzarella and my sharp again and another layer of sauce. And then when I'm finished, I put a little bit on the top and put it in the oven so you can see the cheese on top. What I've come to find is most people like cheese. I put it in the oven. I usually put it in the oven on about 350 degrees because you don't want to put it too high because it'll burn the cheese on top. And if the cheese burns before the inside of the ziti cooks, you got problems. So I try to make sure that it all cooks together. So anyway, once I do that, it's usually ready for eating. And anytime I take it somewhere, you know, what I listen for is who made the Baked Ziti. Who made the Baked Ziti? Because in the end, I like them to know I made it. So it has to be good in order for them to know or to ask who made it. So I put a lot of love into it. I put a lot of attention into it. I want everybody to know I made it, so the next time they'll say, Leonard, would you please make us some Baked Ziti? So I have a little bit here that we made today for my guest. Come up here, Shantae. Come on up here.
Wow.
She helped me make the Baked Ziti. Tell me if it tastes good, Shantae. Professor, this is Baked Ziti. If I could, I'd give you a little taste. Is that alright, Shantae? She said great. Alright. Everybody in here is now a professional Baked Ziti maker. All right, thank you, Professor.